2 days later and the nation is still digesting what the Chancellor dished out in Labour's first budget for 14 years. The unintended consequences of decisions made on services the nation relies upon.
We have 79 people who live here and it's pretty much full all the time.
While billions were pledged to healthcare in the budget, the businesses that work alongside say they've been hit by a tax rise the Chancellor says will eventually rake in £25 billion a year. Hospices, some GP surgeries run as small businesses, and care homes like here at Rodwell House in Addlestone, Surrey, will have to pay an increased rate of employers' national insurance, a cost which across all the care homes in the group here will be significant.
£600 per staff member, £600,000.
That's how much the national insurance contributions
is costing us. So that's a big hit in anyone's book, and really starts to affect, the overall economics of the business. And that's the story right across the sector. And some providers who are already maybe on the edge will definitely be knocked over.
Once again, the National Care Association says social care remained a byline in the budget, with relatively small sums awarded, and could see care homes, hospices and some GPs go to the wall.
Why haven't you exempted them?
So we've designed the Employer National Insurance Contribution Scheme in a way that protects smaller businesses and organisations. So over 50% of the country's businesses will either pay the same as what they were paying before or less under this scheme. It will be bigger businesses that are having to contribute more.
Are you not worried about the impact this is going to have on an already struggling NHS and social care system?
Well, look, we ultimately pay for the NHS and the social care system. The NHS budget is now over £200 billion a year for the first time. We've had to put £600 million more into social care through councils.
That £600 million that you're talking about for social care providers say that's going to be wiped out by the amount of money they have to spend extra in paying for staff. You haven't thought this through, have you?
We have thought it through, which is why we've given them more money. But the big prize...
Which will be completely netted off.
Well, it will pay for the costs.
In need of stock market nerves to be calmed, the Chancellor toured a state-of-the-art medicines manufacturer this morning. The cost of 10-year borrowing soared yesterday as investors got jittery over the scale of government debt raised and £40 billion of tax hikes. The market's calm today, but back in care homes across the country, there are nerves. All this week's big spending, no guarantee of what the return may be.